Okay, hi everyone, welcome back to this video series on Introduction to Firewalls, Chapter 19. If you already have a firewall installed, you should spend some time testing it. Just assuming that your firewall works is as bad as not having a firewall at all. After all, you can be pretty certain that hackers on the internet are trying to hack into your system. Why not find out how your firewall appears to them? If your intrusion logs list attempted attacks by someone on the internet, you should do some research to determine where the attack originated. If you discover the source of the attack, you may be able to contact the system administrator for the site from which the attack originated and have the attacker's account cancelled. Finally, when an attack happens, you may have to collect some evidence to be used in future legal proceedings. This chapter describes some tools that can help you to accomplish all of these tasks. If you don't have a firewall installed, you should also assess your current vulnerabilities. Most likely, the results will convince you that your computers are more open to attack than you realized. Some of the tools described in this chapter can assist you in evaluating the security of your system. Finally, this chapter includes some general purpose tools that can tell you more about how programs on your computer use the network. You can use these tools to assess your firewall, or you can use them to investigate which protocols need to be allowed to pass through your firewall. Whether you're checking your systems before or after you install a firewall, it's important that you have tools to accomplish this task. This chapter lists our favorite tools. Most of these tools are free downloads from the internet. Some must be purchased regardless of price. All of these are excellent tools, and anyone running a firewall should consider using at least some of them. However, remember that this list is not comprehensive. You should also investigate other tools, including alternatives to the tools that we mention here, in addition to using the tools described in this chapter. Make sure that your network is also protected by a good antivirus system. Such a system may include programs running on all computers in your network, as well as some virus protection features of your firewall and mail server. Several tools described in this chapter were originally developed as hacker tools. Some were designed to probe your network for vulnerabilities or test how vulnerable your defenses are. Only use these tools on your own network or with the permission of the network's owner, just like your employer would not appreciate you trying to open the office safe for educational purposes. Most network owners would not appreciate the use of these tools on their networks by unauthorized people and may respond accordingly. Sam Spade acts as a sleuth that finds as much public information about an IP address or DNS address as you can imagine. Suppose that your logs show that someone tried to scan your network for open ports and the log lists the potential intruder's IP address. No problem. Sam Spade to the rescue. You can use Sam Spade to find out more information about the IP address, such as who the address is registered to and the route between your computer and the computer at the remote IP address. Then you can query the registration records for this IP address and find out the Internet Service Provider ISP who owns the IP address, including the contact information. This is just one example of many tools included with Sam Spade that you can use to track down information. Check it out for yourself by using the online tool www.samspade.org or by downloading the free standalone Windows version. However, be prepared to spend a little time becoming familiar with the features of this tool, which is not always very intuitive. Nmap. Nmap is one of the most capable port scanners available. A port scanner checks your computers or firewalls to see which ports are open and then reports back the results. Hackers use port scanners to probe systems for TCP ports on which there is a reply. After an open TCP port has been located, the hacker can try to break into the computer by using this port. Like many tools the hackers may find useful, a port scanner is also of tremendous value to anyone who wants to secure a network. You can use a port scanner to check for open ports that may signal vulnerabilities. The strength of Nmap is that it uses a number of different techniques to map a network, some of which are rather sneaky and are designed to bypass detection. Nmap can do a number of other things too. It uses specifically crafted IP packets to bypass some protection mechanisms, and it uses the response to these packets to make an educated guess about what hosts are running on your network, what operating system they are running, and how firewalls are configured. Nmap's website explains these methods in detail. Nmap is one of the best port scanners available. It runs on Windows and several Linux versions, and it's free. What else can you ask for? To test your firewall, run a port scan against it and make sure that your firewall replies only on those ports that you have set up for authorized connections from the internet into your network. You can configure Nmap to check any range of ports, and you can even tell it to scan an entire range of IP addresses so you can check your entire network at once. You can download this program from www.insecure.org/nmap/index.html. Just make sure you run a port scan against only computers on which the owner has given you permission to do so. Running this tool against other computers may result in you getting reported to your ISP, which may cancel your account. Netstat. Netstat is a TCP IP tool that is included with most versions of Windows and Unix. It's the quickest way to check what TCP and UDP ports are in use on a computer. Best of all, because it's a built-in utility, it's available on most computers. You don't need to download anything. After you use Netstat to provide a list of ports in use, you can check to see whether all of them should indeed be in use. The output from the Netstat command can also give you pointers to programs that are running on your computer that may present vulnerability. In addition, you can use Netstat to list all current connections that your computer has established to other computers, as well as what incoming connections exist. You get results about both open connections and listening ports by using the -A option, as in Netstat -A, because Netstat is most likely included with your operating system. You can use it directly from a command line. TCPView. TCPView is a Windows program that gives you information similar to that provided by the Netstat command. Unlike Netstat, it presents this information in a much more usable format. Visit www.systeminternals.com for a free downloadable version of TCPView. TCPView Professional is a version of TCPView that features several enhancements, such as a more usable display and a view of which applications currently access your network. You can download an evaluation version of TCPView Professional and find out more about how to purchase it at www.wininternals.com. TDIMon. TDIMon is a Windows program that gives you detailed information about programs on your computer that access your network by using TCP/IP. TDIMon can show you in real time what programs are using the network and what port each program has opened. This can be very useful when you need to have exact information about how a given program is accessing your network. You can download TDIMon from www.systeminternals.com. The function of TDIMon are also included in TCPView Professional from www.wininternals.com. FPort, Netstat, TCPView and TDIMon give you useful information about how the ports that are used by applications running on your computer. FPort performs similar tasks from a slightly different angle. It shows you all the ports that are currently open on your computer and lists the programs that have opened each of these ports. You can use this tool to get a good idea of why certain ports are open and whether you should use your firewall to close them. FPort is a free utility that you can download from www.foundstone.com/rdlabs/tools.php. Snort. Snort is a capable intrusion detection system that works well on smaller networks. Snort performs real-time traffic logging and analysis. For example, you can configure Snort to capture all packets on a network segment and scan them for the telltale signs of intrusion attempts. Although Snort is very capable, you should be prepared to spend some time learning how to use it. Also, if you want to customize Snort to look for newly discovered attacks, you may have to spend additional time configuring and customizing it. Snort is available for Windows and several Unix platforms. You can download it from www.snort.org. Internet Scanner. Internet Scanner, a product from Internet Security Systems, ISS, is a network security scanner. It scans computers on your network for known vulnerabilities. This may include problems such as misconfigured web servers or user accounts with weak passwords. Unlike an intrusion detection system which performs real-time analysis based on actual network traffic, Internet Scanner gives you an assessment for your current system configuration, either for a single computer or for an entire network. You can get more information about features and pricing and download an evaluation version of the software at www.iss.net. Nessus. Nessus, like Internet Scanner, is a security scanner that scans your network to detect security vulnerabilities. Nessus consists of two parts, a server and a client. The server tries to run attacks against your computers and the front-end client is what you use to configure how the server does this. The server part of Nessus runs on Linux, while the client can run under Linux or Windows. As with any security scanner that probes your network for vulnerabilities, Nessus performs the equivalent of trying to break into your network and then reports back to you. Make sure you only run Nessus on your own network or with the permission of the network's owner. You can download Nessus for free from www.nessus.org. Network Monitor. If you're using Windows NT Server or Windows 2000 Server, you have access to a powerful network protocol analyzer. Network Monitor is similar to Snort in its ability to capture network packets. You can then look at the packets, including all characters included in the network packet, to troubleshoot connection information. You can also see exactly which packets were sent across the network. Network Monitor breaks up the packets into individual components and gives you detailed information on packet headers and other components of the network traffic. The version of Network Monitor that is included with Windows NT and Windows 2000 captures only network traffic that was sent or received by the computer on which it runs. To use the full-featured version that captures all network traffic, you have to buy Microsoft Systems Management Server. Still, even the scaled-down version is a powerful and useful tool. It isn't installed by default, so you have to add this optional component to your installation of Windows NT Server or Windows 2000 Server. Ethereal. Ethereal is a free protocol analyzer that is a good alternative to Network Monitor. We often use both tools depending on the task at hand. One may give us better results than the other, or one may be more easily accessible. Ethereal has the advantage that it can capture all traffic on a network without having to pay for the full-featured version of Network Monitor. It also runs on several Linux versions in addition to Windows. You can read more about Ethereal and download it at www.ethereal.com. NetCat. NetCat has been described as the Swiss Army knife of network tools. You can use NetCat to send network packets and listen for incoming network packets using any port. Like many powerful tools available to network administrators, NetCat also has a number of uses for hackers, so it makes sense for you to familiarize yourself with all its features. After all, to defeat hackers, it helps to know their tools. NetCat is available for Windows, Linux, and Unix. You can download it for free from www.atstate.com/research/tools/network utilities. So this concludes the video series for Introduction to Firewalls. The next videos I'll be working on is the Cisco ASA firewalls. So thank you for listening, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.